Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin, pastor for Crosswind Community Church, and I'm glad you're joining me today for this word from the Bible. Today, we're going to be turning to the New Testament book of Hebrews, chapter 7. We're going to be looking together at verses 24 through 25. But before I get to our reading today, I want to share with you some words from another book, a textbook actually, about the book of Hebrews, because this is a rather heady, deep section of the book of Hebrews. This chapter 7 and the chapters preceding and following it are quite deep in the subject matter is a little difficult sometimes to understand without going back into the Old Testament and understanding, some of the story of Abraham. But here's what one of my textbooks had to say on the book of Hebrews. It says, the book of Hebrews has the unfortunate reputation of being rather long and stodgy and intellectual and difficult to understand. Even, dare we say it, boring. The book of Hebrews can be a bit boring, but then it goes on to say the first 10 chapters deal with subjects that seem arcane to contemporary readers. They talk about Jewish sacrifices and purification rituals and the priesthood. And so, with that in mind, I want you to hear the words that we're going to read today, but we're not going to dig that deep. We're not going to get into the heady stuff. We're going to focus on one word today in this passage. And so here's what Hebrews chapter 7, verses 24 and 25 say to us today. I'll be reading from the New Living Translation. But because Jesus lives forever, his priesthood lasts forever. Therefore, he is able once and forever to save those who come to God through him. He lives forever to intercede with God on their behalf. May God add a blessing to the reading, hearing, and our understanding of this word. Our word for the day, by the way, is intercede. Jesus is our intercessor. Jesus is our advocate. He speaks to God on our behalf. Isn't it great to know that when we come to God, no matter the condition of our heart, Jesus is our advocate, our intercessor. He is going to speak good to God about us. He speaks to us kind of, if you will, as maybe a lawyer would speak to a judge on our behalf if we were in a court proceeding and had a lawyer speaking for us. Jesus is the one uniquely qualified. This passage is talking about Jesus is the one uniquely qualified to do that because Jesus is the only one whose righteousness matches the righteousness of God. There's another verse in the Bible that speaks similar to this, that talks about Jesus being our advocate, about Jesus interceding for us. And that verse is found in 1 John chapter 2, verse 1. And here's what that verse says. Dear children, I write this to you so that you will not sin. But if anyone does sin, we have one who speaks to the Father in our defense, Jesus Christ, the righteous one. Friends, here's the good news. No matter who we are, where we are, what's going on in our life, we couldn't have anyone better than our Savior Jesus speaking on our behalf to God, interceding for our benefit. Jesus is the one that not only is pure and perfect and righteous, but Jesus is the only one that lives forever to intercede for us. I pray that you will continue to grow in your faith and understanding of your advocate, Jesus, and that you will sense Christ's presence in your life as you continue to grow in your relationship with God. May you find blessings all around you today, and may you find ways to be a blessing to those around you. I hope to see you again right back here tomorrow morning in my kitchen with another fresh cup of coffee and another word from the Bible. Have a great day.